What's going on, everybody? So this is a 2004 Mercedes-Benz C230 compressor, meaning it is supercharged. It's a 4-cylinder, but it's more of a gimmick than anything. This car has 250,000-ish miles on it, as you can see by the dimly lit display. The main issue with this car is that it's not shifting from, once you're in drive, it will not shift back to reverse or park unless you shut the vehicle off. It also goes into limp mode when it's on the highway and limits itself at 40 miles per hour. Ours is what's called a transmission conductor plate. So what I have here is the conductor plate and the plug, transmission pan gasket, and filter. I also have transmission fluid and some fluid conditioner. And the other code, the 205A, is for the control module, the conductor plate. Under here, there's a motherboard or PCB, whatever you call it, that sometimes can go bad as well. So if this doesn't fix all the issues, I think that we're gonna have to take this apart and either get a new one of those or Alright, so we got the car up in the air. So what we have to do is remove this drain plug here. And then I think they said there's 6 bolts around this transmission pan. So let's get started with this. I think we have a 7mm and some sort of T30. I think it's a 7mm. It's a 7mm plug. Right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crack this loose and I'm gonna start draining the transmission fluid into my pan. As you can see, that fluid's pretty dark. I was expecting that. It smells pretty burnt. Metal shavings in the pan. But yeah, that's how you remove the transmission pan. Here's the gasket, come with it. Alright, so here's the pan outside the car, and we have to remove the valve body next to the transmission to get to the conductor plate here. So it's the same Torx T30 bit all the way around the pan. Small little detail, Mercedes-Benz, so the owner can see their...
So that's on purpose?
Yep, they can see. And then you put your solenoids back in.
Is this like little... So they just plug in there in the holes?
They just get seated down.
But the thing touches those... The prongs touch those copper, right?
What do you mean? Yeah, the prongs touch these. When they're bolted down, it presses down these connectors. Meet right here.
Connector.
Seems that they're all the same, like per pair, except for these two. Here. Pieces here that hold them down.
And then just throw. Sound. It's all right.
Yeah, just
I'm not really sick, you know?
can see it, but no, hold on.
You move your head like no? You take me and I'll the video. Please tell me.
So this goes from the outside of the car.
Is that where the oil leaks on?
The oil can leak through here, which is a common failure of these. The oil leaks through this gasket and travels up the harness into the transmission control module, which is...
This is the new one?
This is the new plug, yeah. Valvoline Max Life.
Not sponsored.
It says here, it does cover Mercedes NAG1 and Mercedes-Benz 236.14. He's here. We got us to line up with this little pin. So it looks like it's in the back position right now. So I'm just gonna put this in place and try to get that to line up. Kind of see it on this side. Like that. So you this is what from what I understand, this is your switch to go into park, drive, neutral, whatever. There's a pin that sits in the plastic, the yellow, and there's a pin that sits in the cog here. The car's currently in park. So we're back. It's dark out now. We went to go put the
little prop.
We went to go put the transmission back together. That's where we left off in the last clip. The plug, this plug would not. It goes in, but it doesn't screw in. The new part has no threads on here.
This is the defective one.
Yeah, that's the defective one. Can I explain what's happening? So you can see the threads are bad. So it wouldn't plug in.
And what brand is this, so people know? Batmic?
It's some cheap brand off Amazon, Batmic or something like that. So we went to AutoZone and they had another one. So now we're removing, this is the old one, well, the new old one. We install this one.
Face reveal?
Thanks for helping me. Oh, it's very wet.
Something snapped.
Let go.
Rocky, come here.
Oh no.
Rocky, come here.
So you have to line the piece up. Sorry about that, guys.
Just an animal. Rocky, get
What's the torque sequence?
tight.
So we just installed the plug.
Okay, you want to make sure this goes in right.
This is the thing that usually.
Make sure you push it all the way up, because it doesn't feel like it's open. Like it is. I mean, it feels like it's in, but it's not. Oh, I'm blind.
You have to be blind to buy a car like this.
Then you want to install the filter. I'm gonna ignore that, whatever that was. See, it clicked here, and then it'll click here. Remember, they have this little thing on the side. I might cut this part out.
What?
Because I already did this on camera. So when we cut back, the whole video is just done. Everybody wonders what happened, and they have to figure it out themselves because we're evil.
You explain what bolt to where?
They all go in the same. They all are the same except for this corner bolt over here, because the corner bolt has a special secondary bolt on it. For
This one?
This corner here.
Let me see. This is the top passenger side. We'll be back when we start it up.
With about 5.5 quarts.
See if there's any lights. There shouldn't be.
Okay, we still have the problem.
We still have the problem.
It may need to be reprogrammed.
Just leave it in a gear and let it. Just let it do its thing. Right there, no malfunction, if you guys can read that. Chocks are there.
It's definitely better. So in conclusion, the code for the, what's the thing called?
Combobulator?
Conductor plate is gone, but the car still doesn't want to shift into each gear. So if you can see on the dashboard where it would tell you what gear it's in, it doesn't say what gear it's in no matter what gear you put it in. And Aiden clearly thinks this is funny, but the issue I believe is in the selector lever here. And also,
So basically it was for nothing.
you think this is funny. No, it wasn't for nothing because that one code is gone. When you put the car in reverse, the lights don't come on. So, making fun of the doors. So,
Executive.
yeah, executive class, right? So when you put it in reverse, the lights don't come on. The indicator doesn't show on the dashboard. So with that being said, the verdict is that we did solve the one code related to the module, but we still have codes stored for the shifter itself. So I'm gonna try to look into seeing how that's wired and order a shifter and see what we can do next time.
One problem after another.